Hi yogis, I'm Emma. Welcome to my 5 a day. We're going to be looking at 5 yoga poses in each of these videos that will create a really easy routine for you to stretch out your body and feel good this new year. Today we're looking at 5 yoga poses that will stretch out your core and build really strong abdominal muscles. So we're going to start today in bridge pose. And we're going to be taking the easy version of this sequence. There's a more advanced stage 2 that you can move on to in the next video. But today, let's just lift up the hips and start to engage the core. So try and relax out your glutes. Tuck your tummy button in. And if you want to take this a little bit further and make it more challenging, lift the right leg up and breathe deeply. So make sure the hips are lifted. Make sure there's no lower back pain. If there is, just slightly bring the hips down to ease off. One more breath. And then rocking your hips down, bring the knee in. Let's roll up into a boat pose. So taking our easy version of boat today, so we can work slowly into the core, holding underneath your knees, lift up through the back and breathe deeply. Really important to watch out for lower back pain when you're doing core exercises, because if your core isn't quite strong enough, your lower back will take the strain. It's very easy to end up with an injury if you overdo your core exercise. So take it slowly, listen to your body, and take some deep breaths. We're going to come down with our hands into crab next. So bring the feet down, lift up with the hips, engage the core, and draw the head back. Breathing deeply, trying to create a straight line with the body from your knees to your shoulders. Also make sure your feet are under the knees. And breathe deeply here. See if you can go ahead and relax your head all the way back. If that is painful for the neck, feel free to look forward instead. We're going to go next into a side plank. So we need to take the left hand and point the fingers all the way to the back of the mat. Stretch out the left leg. We're going to take our easy version of side plank by lifting up with the hips and reaching over the head with your arm. Keep the hips lifted here and stretch out through the side body. When you're ready, we're going to come into a plank. So bring your back leg up and over and the right hand down. With a little bit of practice, that will become a really smooth movement. So plank pose, really important to watch out for your wrists and your back here. If you have any pain, you can modify it by bringing the knees down and just bring them back a little and engage the core. Otherwise, if you're feeling good, you can keep the legs straight, relax the shoulders, feel the core working here, but do make sure that you don't feel any back pain or wrist pain in this movement. Couple more breaths, bringing the knees down and coming into child's pose. Hands to your feet and forehead to the floor. Take some big deep breaths to let it all go. And then we're going to roll up because we have the other side to do. So there's 2 halves of this sequence. Before we're done, lying down, lifting up your hips into your bridge. And either stay in bridge, or if you took the more challenging variation, lift your left leg up. 45-degree angle, drawing up with the hips, Relax the glutes and engage the core is what you're aiming for here. Keeping your eyes on your toes. One more deep breath. Bringing it down, knees into your body, rolling up. Grab hold of the backs of the knees. Create a straight line, knees to toes, and create another straight line with your back. Looking at the tips of your toes. Relax your shoulders. Let your core do the work here. And if your back is beginning to ache here, just bring the feet down and sit tall. So listen to your body at all times, particularly when doing core exercises. 2 more breaths. And then bring the hands behind you, feet to the floor, lifting up into our crab. Make sure the feet are under your knees, adjust them if you need to. Create that straight line with the body and drop the head back. Breathing deeply. Can you feel your glutes relax here? If you can, really pinpoint your core, drawing in around the tummy button to engage those muscles. 2 more breaths. And then coming into our side plank by turning the fingers around to the back of the mat, stretching out that right leg and lifting up with the hips and the left hand. Breathing deeply. Let's take that back leg and lift it up and over, turning around as gracefully as you can into plank pose. Don't worry, it takes quite a bit of practice to make that really smooth. And adjusting your plank as much as you need to. So if you need to drop your knees to the floor, you can still engage the core from this position. But if you're fine with straight legs, round a little into the upper back so you feel the core working. 2 more breaths. Coming down sooner if you need to. Bringing your knees down and rocking down into your very well-deserved child's pose. Take a deep breath in and really let that breath out as you exhale. And spend a few moments in child's pose, feeling good about your achievement today. When you're ready, rolling up, you can spend a little bit longer in child's pose if you have the time. Otherwise, come to seated position, hands to your knees, close your eyes for a moment. Take a few deep breaths. Feel a sense of gratitude to your body for everything that it allows you to do. And make a commitment to yourself to practice as much as you are able to achieve your goals. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. And our next video looks at this same sequence but makes it a little bit more advanced. So when you're ready to move on, check out the next video. Namaste.